Yeah, I've been waiting for this. You made me wait for 24 hours. And the more that I think about it, you guys have been the most annoying thorn in our side. Not just me, but my co-host too. So I can stand up for the both of us. I'm not saying that I speak for him. I'm speaking purely for myself based on what happened to me yesterday. I'm coming in hot this week. Jimmy Pilato here, Far End of the Bench podcast. It is center of attention time, and I need to address. If you are online, I guess you'd know probably a little bit more, but if you aren't aware, I went viral yesterday. I went viral during the time where I was teaching. I had my phone on Do Not Disturb. So it was one of those moments. I equate it to like you send something out on a plane right before you have to turn off your Wi-Fi. You go 6-hour flight across country. You open everything back up and you're like, oh, what did I step in? Oh, that's me. That's what, oh my gosh, what is going on? You make a couple statements that while I at the time I say things, I don't try and clickbait. My list on Talking the Gridiron of the AFC quarterbacks, that's truly how I feel. I do think that it's going to shake out in some form or fashion that way. I put Anthony Richardson lower than Will Levis. I then doubled down on my comments, retweeted that, and said it doesn't change the fact if you put on weight, that doesn't make you a better quarterback. You have the Bengals defense in the joint practice giving you the hardest time. And when it comes out in the media, nobody's back talking it or anything like that. It is professional sports. That doesn't happen. I was listening to the Bengals podcast, so there's obviously a chance that my information, it had to get secondhand passed along to them. They were talking, Dan Lapham, Dave Horde, and Dan Lapham was saying that he was talking to Colts personnel, and Anthony Richardson was reported to have gained 20 pounds. Last season, he was 245. If he gained 20 pounds, he'd be 265. That is the report that I heard from Dave Lapham. That is the source that I had. I did not state it on the show. I did not put it in any of the tweets. What I know about Colts fans, especially Colts fans on Twitter, you guys don't care when your feelings get hurt. Because my buddy Nico hurt your feelings a couple years ago when he brought up the very true fact that Peyton Manning was a much better Bronco and still lives in Denver and cares about the Broncos more than he cares about the Colts. You guys were pissy that time too. The only Colts fan right now that I know for sure that I like is Josh, our guy over at VSN. He has his NASCAR show on Sundays. He's been on the baseball show, Seventh Inning Stretch. He's been on Talking the Gridiron before with Darren and myself. That is the only sane, level-headed person that will not attack you for trying to speak what your opinion is. Is it fact? Probably not. It was a prediction show. No games have been played yet. But the games that have been played, I was incorrect. Anthony Richardson has finished a singular game in his NFL career. I said, okay, then he's 1 for 17. Oh, well, actually, he was injured. Okay, so he wasn't available. So he's one for 4 of the games that he was available for. You're still shooting at 25%. If you get a quarter better, you're shooting at half the time. You are going to be injured. Joe Flacco will be your quarterback soon. I will continue to be the biggest Colts hater in the world. You guys have now made it personal. I'm not going to lash out. I'm not going to get myself in trouble. I'm not going to try and put anything out there or, I am going to abstain from that conversation. But here's what I know. If somebody takes the time to hate tweet you, they're either a closeted fan, which it's 2024, guys. You can come out, you can say it, you're a fan, or you are jealous. And if you're jealous, it means I'm doing something right. So you can love it, you can hate it. I really don't care because either way, you're going to listen. I just care that you care. You can love me, you can hate me. It doesn't matter. It's time for episode 195 of the Far End of the Bench podcast with myself, Jimmy Pilato, Nico Bryant. Let's get into it.
If you don't stay down and you never quit, come on over here and sit on the far end of the bench.